It seems like I have been tagged to do a video. Hey everyone, Carmen here. It seems like I am finally getting to do this video, and that is the You're Not Good Enough book tag. I was originally tagged by Eliza Lucky to do this video. She unfortunately doesn't do videos anymore, but I'm going to be leaving the link to her channel down below for those that are interested in checking it out. The characters that I chose for this tag, I chose them either because they were great characters in my book, or they were quite vivid in my memory, or they made quite an impression on me. Some of these characters you'll recognize from more popular books, but then other characters you probably won't recognize because they're either from self-published authors or they're from indie authors. If you see me looking off to the side over here, this is basically where the questions are. So this is where I'm going to be reading the questions off from. What I plan on doing is first picking out my choices and then reading the question. So let's jump straight into the book tag. So I've got my first two choices over here, and I'm going to be reading question number 1. You only have one more spot on your spelling bee team. Who would you pick to complete your team? So my first choice is going to be Lucky O'Toole from the Lucky O'Toole series that is written by Deborah Coons. And the second choice is going to be Damon Augusta from the Immortal series, which is written by Eliza. Honestly, I like both these characters. The one character is a male, which is Damon Augusta, and the other character is a female character, which is Lucky O'Toole. So ultimately, I'm actually not sure who to pick, but I suppose I'll probably end up picking Lucky O'Toole, since she's actually quite a witty character in my books, and she is actually one of my favorite characters. Damon Augusta is also quite a favorite character of mine, but in this case I'm going to be choosing Lucky O'Toole. I'm sorry if I happen to get a little bit rambly in this video, but I've got my next two choices and I'm going to be moving on to question 2, which is, both characters want to kill you. Which one would you kill first so you have a better chance of surviving? My first choice is Leopold Dumont, which is from the Immortal series that is written by Lily Burlington. And then my second choice is Colonna from the House of Night series, which is written by PC and Kristen Cost. Both of these characters actually ended up being favorites of mine, but if I did have to make a choice, the choice would actually be Colonna, because of the two, he's definitely more evil and definitely a lot more powerful than a prince that is due to inherit a kingdom. Next two choices, question number 3, which is, you're on the Bachelor, Bachelorette, and you're down to these two characters. Which ones are you going to give your rose to? My first choice is Andrea Sachs, and she is in The Devil Wears Prada, who was written by Lauren Weisberg. My second choice is Victor Ferraro, who is in Lunch Meat, which is written by Ben de Alessa. Alright. This one's going to be an easy one, because for those of you that have read The Devil Wears Prada, you'll know that Andrea is actually a female, and for those that have or haven't read Lunch Meat, Victor is a male, so my choice is going to be going to Victor. Now on to question number 4, which is, you've been chosen for the Hunger Games. Who would most likely volunteer in your place? Okay, so my first choice is Aphrodite, who is in the House of Night, and that is written by PC and Kristen Cast. My second choice is Conrad, who is in the Eva Thorne series, and that is written by Laurel Clayton. Since both of these are quite great characters, I'm not sure who would actually take my place in the Hunger Games, but if I had to make a choice, I'd probably choose Aphrodite from the House of Night series. Now on to question number 5. You're stranded on an island. Which character would you sacrifice to engage in cannibalism? Okay, so my first choice is Laurie Lawrence from Little Woman, who is written by Louisa M. Alcott. My second choice is Sarah from The Forever Nightstand, which is written by Bina Roberts. Okay, so this one is also a bit of a difficult one, but if I did have to go and sacrifice a character, I would most likely sacrifice Sarah, since there are times when she isn't quite right in her head. Though she is a character that I actually did thoroughly enjoy reading about. On to question number 6. You're the next DC Marvel superhero with your own TV show, of course. Who is your sidekick? My first choice is Grey Gold from The Six Witches, written by Samantha March. And my second choice is Varys from The Game of Thrones, which is written by George R.R. Martin. Alright, so both of these characters would actually make very good choices, but I think if I did have to choose, I'd probably end up choosing Varys from The Game of Thrones. He actually ended up being quite an enjoyable grey character for me. Now on to question 7. You're a manager of an avocado admiring company. Who would you fire for lack of communication skills? Okay, so my first choice is Littlefinger from The Game of Thrones, which is written by George R.R. Martin. And my second choice is Eva Thorne from the Eva Thorne series, which is written by Laurel Clayton. Okay, so lack of communication skills. That would most likely, my choice would most likely be Littlefinger, since he is quite a secretive character. Now on to question number 8, which is, you've just finished a book in which your favorite character dies. Which character is most likely to comfort you? My first choice is Joffrey Baratheon from Game of Thrones, which is written by George R.R. Martin. And my second choice is Margaret March from Little Woman, which is written by Louisa M. Alcott. For those of you that have read both of these books, this is going to be quite an easy one. And that choice is going to be Margaret March. Now on to question number 9, which is, it's high school. Who would most likely be part of the popular clique? My first choice for this one is going to be Amy Dunn from Gone Girl, which is written by Gillian Flynn. And the second choice is going to be Jo March, who is in Little Woman, which is written by Louisa M. Alcott. This one is most likely also going to be quite an easy choice, since for those that have read Little Woman, you'll know that Jo March is quite a tomboy, and Amy Dunn from Gone Girl, she's a bit of a psychopath, but she would actually be the better choice for the clique. Now for question number 10, which is, the day has arrived, you're finally a year older. Who would have the nerve to forget your birthday? My first choice is Matilda Hart, who was in Messing with Matilda, which is written by Kat Lavoie. And my second choice is Zoe Redbird, who is in The House of Night, which is written by PC and Kristen Cast. Okay, so these two are quite difficult choices, but I suppose if I did have to choose, I would probably choose Matilda Hart, since there are instances where she has been a little bit absent-minded. Now for question 11. You've just found an upcoming booktube star. Who would it most likely be? My first choice is Marina Makarova, who is in The Revolution of Marina M, and that is written by Janet Fitch. My second choice is Joel, who is from the 7 Day series, and that is written by Lindy Dale. So out of these two choices, I would have to go and choose Joel, since he can be quite a charming character, and Marina is more of those sort of underdog as well as your more quieter types. Question number 12, which is sleepover time. Unfortunately, you can only invite one person. Who would you invite? My first choice is Theon Greyjoy, who is from the Game of Thrones, which is written by George R.R. Martin. And my second choice is Thomas Arson, who is from the Thomas Arson Chronicles, and that is written by Arundel Watch. Out of these two choices, I am most likely to invite Thomas Arson. He is not the nicest of characters, but in comparison to Theon Greyjoy, he is definitely the most better choice. Question number 13, which is Bam, you're pregnant. Who's the father/mother? Okay, so my first choice is Miranda Priestley from The Devil Wears Prada, which is written by Lauren Weisberger. And my second choice is Dryston, who is from the Fallen novel, which is written by Hunter Ravik. And for those of you who have read The Devil Wears Prada, you'll know that Miranda Priestley is a female, so she's definitely not going to get this choice, which means that Dryston is going to be the ultimate choice. The second last question, which is question number 14. You've just written a super important text. Who would see it but not reply? My first choice is Lincoln Rhyme from the Lincoln Rhyme series, and that is written by Jeffrey Deaver. And my second choice is Black Annis, who is in the Black Annis series, which is written by Aubrey Law. Out of these two characters, the one who would be the most evil to not reply is definitely Black Annis from the Black Annis series. And then the last question for this book tag, which is number 15, is you've just woken up and it's time for breakfast. Your mom's been replaced by who? My first choice is Vivara, who is from The Revolutionary of Marina M, which is written by Janet Fitch. And my second choice is Sasha Morton, who is in the Sisters-in-Law book, which is written by Nina Bell. Out of these two characters, Vivara is definitely going to be the better choice, because I most certainly did not like Sasha Morton from the Sisters-in-Law book, which I actually just purchased from Amazon today, and it is going for $4.97 for. So for those that are interested, I'm going to be leaving the link to that particular book down below. Sasha Morton was not the nicest of characters, and for those of you that have read Sisters-in-Law, you'll definitely know that. Definitely let me know in the comments if you've done this tag, and I'll definitely be sure to check it out. I definitely quite enjoyed doing this tag, and I'm also going to hopefully be doing another tag soon, so definitely watch out for that. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll definitely chat to you soon. Cheers.